Three, two, one. Hey guys, welcome back to the EFC Hour. In today's video, we will be giving you the prediction of the Colby Covington versus the Jorge Masvidal fight. Salman, just how excited are you with this fight?
Ooh, man, this is gonna be insane fight.
Dude,
Bro,
I am so excited.
the moment they announced this card, oh my god, I was so excited. I'm
Yep.
like, I have to watch this fight. I cannot wait for this. I couldn't believe the UFC was putting this card together, and right away, bro, it was, oh my god. And you don't need much of a build-up at all. You don't need that
Absolutely
much promotion.
not, yep.
Just the animosity and all the Twitter wars.
Just the
and
storyline itself is enough to build up.
And then
for
the
the
different
fight.
camps.
Yep.
And there's so many
Yep.
people involved, bro. This fight is
You
gonna
want to tell the
be
viewers
insane.
what the storyline is?
Bro, where do I start, man? So basically, they used to be boys back in Miami, right? When they both were starting their amateur career. Colby Covington came into ATT.
Yeah.
And Jorge was already there. He was established with the coach that was there. So, I mean, there's two sides, right? So I don't want to be biased, but basically what happened, based off of what the coaches said, was Jorge came in. He established himself. He was like a veteran, not a veteran, but he was there for a while. And then Colby Covington came in next after him.
Yep.
And Jorge took him under his wing. They used each other as training partners.
Yep.
Colby helped Jorge
Yep.
with the wrestling because he's like a high school collegiate
He's
wrestler.
I think he is an American. Oh man, I keep forgetting their titles. But yeah, he does have quite a lot of titles.
Because
in
the gym
wrestling,
wanted to increase their wrestling pedigree at the time, so they
Right.
looked at Kobe. They brought him in, but supposedly his stand-up wasn't the best, and then
Right.
Jorge's that's his main game.
Yep.
So they used each other to balance out each other's weaknesses. They lived with each other at Jorge's place. I'm sure if you watch ESPN, bro, there's so much information about this.
according
bro.
to Kobe, it's not Jorge's place; it's Jorge's wife's place.
Yeah,
So I don't know
bro, that's
how
why I
that
don't want to
makes
say that
sense.
because I don't know if it's true because Jorge didn't say that.
Yeah.
So it's hard to pick and choose what's actual factual, you know?
Yep.
But yeah, they stayed together. They were boys. And then the story goes, Kobe was on like a 7-fight win streak, but he wasn't exciting. The UFC wasn't able to promote him. He wasn't sellable. So they informed him in, I believe, the Philippines that...
Brazil.
Uh,
Brazil or Singapore, right? One of the two.
so it was actually the fight in the Philippines. That's from what I've heard from his coach. I think it was the fight in the Philippines that they told him that he told his coach. They didn't tell Kobe. They told
Right.
his coach that, look, your guy, we're gonna cut him. This is his last fight. After this,
And was that because he wasn't too entertaining?
it's because they couldn't.
Even
sell
though
him.
he did have a 7-1
He had a
record,
7-1
yeah.
record. He was dominating, but his fights he was just holding guys down and wrestling them. He wasn't putting them away. He wasn't dominating. He was just holding them
Basically
down.
a boring
controlling.
fighter, basically.
Yeah, they
Okay.
weren't able to sell him, and he wasn't really a character.
Right.
So they told his coach, like, we're cutting this guy after one
Right.
one fight. And obviously, coach goes and tells Kobe. Kobe, I guess he turns on this persona, this bad boy
Right.
persona. We all know what he is in the
Yeah.
media. And then the next fight, he goes out, dominates in Brazil.
So I think what his coach told him is, see, we can't change you as a fighter, but we can change you as a person.
Yeah, they told him to do something else
Right.
in this case.
Right.
But I don't think the coach told him to act the way
Right,
he's acting.
right.
But he did inform him, you have to change
I
something
think he
else.
just
with your-"
lit the spark, basically,
Yeah.
already,
Yeah. So Kobe started immediately after he went into Brazil. Bro.
Yeah, dude, that was some
Called
other level.
everyone
That was some
filthy
other
animals.
level, man. Honestly, I mean, he called all of them what?
Filthy animals,
Filthy-
you guys suck.
Dude.
Brazil, I don't even want to say, bro. It's crazy.
Yep.
And then from there, the persona took off, right?
Yep.
And Kobe's never Kobe's been.
I mean, he did become famous, but he became infamous.
Yeah,
he
basically.
became like the bad boy of
Yeah.
UFC.
And then, so the break apart, the split up happened apparently after the fight with RDA.
Right.
So Kobe wins the interim title, and Masvidal was in his corner, and every step of the way, Masvidal was in his corner. But apparently, according to Masvidal, and I don't know if it's according to the camp, but according to Masvidal, the split happened because Covington wasn't paying back his dues to the private coach. So ATT has their coaches, and the fighters pay 5% of
Right.
their purse to the gym.
Right.
But this was a outside freelancer coach, basically, boxing coach,
Right.
that Kobe was using thanks to Masvidal. Masvidal is like first student or whatever.
Okay.
I'm not sure how, but this was Masvidal's actual coach, and the coach was also training Kobe for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So now the deal was he was supposed to give him a certain percentage that they
I see.
had agreed upon, and Jorge saying it was 12,000. He never paid it up, so that's when they started fighting. And yeah, they've never looked back since.
Yeah, but I think so. I mean, Colby says is that they were both cut from ADT, but they took in Jorge back, but they didn't allow Colby to come back.
Yeah, so
I don't know how true that is though.
yeah,
But
I watched the coach's interview actually on ESPN,
Okay.
and he was saying that he didn't say anything about the coach. He said that yes, there was an outside freelancer coach. He doesn't know the details about the payment arrangement.
Okay.
But what he did say was these guys started to beef and fight after that
Right.
interim title. Kobe's saying they started fighting because Masvidal was jealous. And he got
So I think what had happened was Masvidal used to fight at 155 and Colby was at 170. So Colby used to dominate in wrestling when they used to spar, right? When they used to practice. But then Masvidal put on some weight because he wanted to fight at 170 as well now.
Yeah.
So, and then Colby's wrestling did not have that much effect that it was having when he was at 155. So
Yeah.
Colby started getting a little bit jealous of Masvidal too.
Bro, I don't know what's
So
going on. I don't really know
so
who to
I mean, there's
believe,
just so
bro.
many angles to this if you look at.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to believe and who to believe, but I love the energy. You know, that's the whole thing about this fight is the energy. You know, the animosity between the two of them. You know, and it's just from the pre-fight conference that we saw. I mean, they didn't talk to the reporters at all. They were talking to each other, or cursing at each other. I mean, it was like a clown show or something. You know?
Did you watch the stare down?
I did.
Bro,
I did
you can cut
do
the
it.
tension with with the knife.
Yep.
Oh my god, it was so much tension. It reminded me of Habib and Conor.
Yeah. Yep.
Same type of energy.
Yep.
It was so much.
Yep.
There isn't even a title on this,
Yep.
this fight, bro.
Yep.
And this crazy. This is gonna be absolutely crazy.
Yep.
So
And this is since this is a pay-per-view and it's for a non-title and it's 5 rounds. So
Yeah, and it's
I mean,
5 rounds.
yeah. So Dana was like, "This is one of those kind of fights that you know you need.
Yeah, bro.
You need to have a 5 round and you need to have pay-per-view on this."
they had so much security on
Yeah.
stage, bro. It was insane. it's literally the definition of a grudge match.
Yep.
It's the grudge match of the year. Like, oh my god, I'm so excited, guys. I am so excited. I can't wait.
Let's get to the fight itself now. I mean, how do you see the fight going?
So, last time I checked, Kobe is it's just surprising to me, but he's a 3-1 favorite.
Yes.
And I didn't think Jorge would be such a huge underdog, but I mean it's evident because Kobe he was very very dominant in both of those Kamaru Usman fights.
So Dana himself says, right, if there was no Kamaru, Kobe would have been the welterweight champion. You know,
Yeah.
Kobe is at that level. I mean, so and we could see from both the fights that Kobe had with Kamaru, they were pretty close. I mean, at least he gave Kamaru a run for the money.
He did, and he won a few rounds.
Right,
The first
exactly,
fight,
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
The second one, I think he maybe
A lot
won
of people debate that Kobe won the second one. I don't believe them, although, but
Yeah,
I mean, that's Kobe for you.
he was in
But-
both of them.
Yeah.
That's what he's got
Yeah.
going from. He didn't
Yeah.
get knocked out, whereas
Exactly.
Jorge went to sleep. You
He
know,
went to sleep. Yep. So yeah, I mean that does say a lot. But when there is so much animosity and there is so much will from Jorge that we can see, I think he's put in the preparation for the fight. I think he doesn't want to come across as someone who can be run over.
yeah.
I mean,
There's no way, bro. I don't think Jorge. I mean, I'm biased. He's my guy. I'm
Right.
rooting for Jorge.
Me too.
I'm rooting he doesn't go to sleep, bro. I think he has it in him. I think he can pull this one out.
Yeah.
But
the only thing is, see, I'm pretty sure Jorge is gonna bring his best game to the cage. The only issue is, does he have as many tools as Colby does? Colby is getting better in striking as well. He showed us that with the Kamaru Usman. His wrestling is second to none. It is good. The only thing Jorge doesn't have is wrestling.
But his takedown defense is actually very underrated, bro. Because
Right.
the first fight with Kamaru, even Kamaru admitted it in one of the interviews. By the way, Kamaru's having a field day with this guy. He's having so much fun. He's like, because both these
He
guys
has
are
nothing to
chirping,
worry about.
he's like-
No
but
matter
he-
who wins,
yeah.
he has beaten both of them twice already.
Yeah.
So
But he was respectful. Though. He did say that he's a fan of both of their games
Right.
and their character and what they bring to the UFC. But he's having a field day. He's just loving it.
Yep.
But he did say that Jorge's got very underrated takedown defense. Because if Kamaru was trying to take him down, the first fight he couldn't really take him down on a 3-day notice. What's it, like
Yep.
a 2-week notice?
Yep.
So he does have a lot of good takedown defense. So you can't just sleep on Jorge's wrestling like that. That's what Israel does. What a lot of these guys do. They have
True.
good enough takedown defense where they can wrestle to be defensive. They don't use it to attack.
But then how many times can he stop those takedowns, bro? I mean, Jorge's going to keep at it, right, until it takes him down. So it's not always that you can get to stop the takedowns. I mean, you got to give something out by yourself as well. So,
Oh, you mean Kobe's going to be
yeah,
pushing? I thought you said Jorge.
No, Kobe's going to be adamant at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
takedowns, right? I mean, how many times is Jorge going to stop Kobe? You know, I mean,
He
his
needs to
defense
stop
is
him
good.
enough to get in a decent boxing exchange. And then Kobe, Covington, he mixed up the name, sorry.
Right.
Jorge needs to show his game, bro. If he has enough winning moments in the boxing exchange, this could be a completely different fight.
Yep. I think Jorge needs to be on his feet. He needs to keep circling Kobe. He needs to take the center as well at times. So, I mean,
Bro, he just come with that flying knee, bro.
I don't think he should be doing that. I think Kobe's jiu-jitsu is also, I mean, not the greatest, but it is there. So, I mean, yeah, I don't think that he can pull off a Ben Askren over here.
Okay, all honesty, who do you think is gonna win this fight and how?
My heart wants Jorge to win, definitely, but I think Kobe gets this one. So the longer the fight goes, the more the chance Kobe has winning. If it's Jorge needs to take Kobe down in the first or second round. I mean, he needs to give him one good shot, bring him down, and then try to finish him.
Okay.
This is my prediction, but
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, it can go anywhere, bro.
It's a smart
it
prediction,
just
bro. That's
depends
what the stats-
Jorge brings to the game.
Yeah.
You know,
I think you're right. I'm not sleeping on Jorge's gas tank,
Right.
but it was questioned in the past few times. And then looking back at the fight with Kamaru and Darren Till and all these guys, the winning moments that Jorge has shown were in the earlier rounds.
Right.
So I kind of agree with you on him needing to be more dominant in the first few rounds.
Right.
I think you're right. I think if it does go into the 4-5 round, 4
Right.
and 5, it leads towards Kobe.
Yep.
Bigger cast tank wrestlers always have that advantage, but I think Jorge has a chance, bro. I'm going with Jorge. It might be a slim chance, but I think Jorge can pull it off.
There
bro.
is good chance. I'll give Jorge like at least 45% chance of winning.
Yeah.
Yep. But it just depends how strategic he is with his game plan.
See, one thing I kind of have to look back on is in the first fight with Kamaru, when they were getting off the cage and Kamaru wasn't able to secure the takedown, Jorge had a really good exchange, a really good boxing exchange, and it looked a lot more crisp. 1-2s, knees, and they were quick, sharp, right? He didn't put away Kamaru. Kamaru's, he's a dog. He took all those punches and damage. Kobe, though, supposedly has
He does not. Kobe has a great chin. His chin had broke his jaw. Kamaru broke his jaw, and it still came out to fight.
He still came out to fight,
Dude.
but he got dropped multiple times.
He got dropped, but
He didn't get knocked out.
He
He
got
didn't get knocked
dropped,
out, yeah.
exactly. But he came back as soon as the round got done. The round after that, he came back fresh. You know,
He did come back.
he
strong.
actually won rounds after he actually got dropped.
I think I'm just stretching at this point. I'm just trying to pick and choose
Right.
what I can hold on to,
And
bro.
to be honest, we just gotta see what Jorge brings to the cage, bro. I mean, we know what Kobe is gonna get. He's gonna get his wrestling. He's gonna get his striking, but Jorge needs to add something to his game.
Yeah.
Either he needs to be really good at this takedown defense and get Kobe in a guillotine and finish him, or keep the fight on the feet and just exchange.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they have enough animosity to where they'll make it emotional. They're both saying they're not going to be emotional.
Yep.
They're going to be very professional. But they're going to be chirping in that cage. And
Yep.
the moment they let it all out, I
Yep.
think there might be some chaotic exchanges, bro.
Yep.
Like in the phone booth boxing, they
Yep.
might do
Yep.
that though. But
Yep.
yeah.
Well,
so I got Jorge.
I'm hyped up.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a crazy fight.
Yep.
If you guys haven't watched any fights this year or haven't watched the card from start to finish, please watch this one. Please watch this one.
Definitely tune in to watch this one. It'll be worth the money.
100%. And let us know in the comments below, who do you think is going to win the fight and how? And tag, comment, subscribe, and share.